Oh, what can I say? Coronavirus is here. I just left the Pork Man's Cow Ranch. I'm on my way to work. I got a 4-hour drive, 14-hour day, and then sleep for about 5 or 6 hours and get up and go to work again. I was only out for a day, but I didn't get much done. I live kind of like a very hectic lifestyle right now. I hardly have any time for myself or be able to record for you guys any meaningful videos. But hopefully here soon I'll have some extra time and I'll get some videos for you guys out there. Now, onto this coronavirus. What can you do? And what's my philosophy for preparing for it? Well, can't do actually nothing. If it's gonna be out there, gonna get out there, you can't contain it, it's gonna get out. It's like a flu. It's like any other flu. Maybe just a little bit different, but basically it's just a flu that's gonna get out there. It's gonna make people sick, mainly the old and very young that are susceptible to pulmonary respiratory diseases. That's what is targeting or infecting the most. Average folk, basically, you probably won't even get symptoms. Maybe a little bit cough here, or shortness of breath. You might not even know you got it and spread it around. But how to prepare for it? Well, you got to stock up on some food, water, and tools. What else? Bullets, beans, fuel. That's what we used to say in the army. You can't function as an army if you don't have bullets, beans, and fuel. You need those three things. Water, of course, and medical supplies. But you can do without medical supplies. But me, I'm diabetic, so I stock up on my medication. What do? I put away. I get a jar and I put away about maybe 50%. And put it away, keep it somewhere cool, dry, and then when I get my new batch, what I do is I put the old ones on the bottom and the new ones on top. So as I dispense my medication, I'm getting the ones that are older, and the newer ones sit on the top. And I'll show you guys that system that I have. But that's just in case something happens, and the society breaks down, the chain of supply breaks down. You can have a supply of medication for about, maybe 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year. After that, I don't know, maybe you start doing homeopathic remedies to control your sugars. That's my case, but for other people, I don't know. If you have like high blood pressure or low blood pressure medication, I don't know. You can maybe do some research on YouTube and find out some cures or some natural remedies. Those seem to work to an extent. But dealing with this coronavirus, what are you going to do? Basically nothing. Just hope, pray that you don't get it. If you ever watched that movie, World of the Wars by Orson Welles, and there's that very last scene, and I think it's on the Tom Cruise version too, where Tom Cruise comes out in it. The very last scene, it talks about something that has stuck with me for a long, long time, and I believe in that. It says that man has won the right to live on this planet, right? Because of the endless lives that we have forfeited or given up through diseases, viruses, and the people that have died from those viruses and diseases, and they were not given up in vain. They gave up their lives so the people that had an immunity to those diseases and viruses went on to propagate the world, and you have the people that we have today. That's a problem that we have with a lot of these viruses nowadays. They're coming back and biting us. Like I don't know, like mumps and SARS and what's that other one? MERPs or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but you know what I'm talking about. All these viruses that are coming back, that we can't kill. Well, it's our own fault. We use all these industrial detergents and cleaners that supposedly kill 99.9% of germs and bacteria. Well, that 0.1011%, those are the ones that are killing us, because we don't have any immunity to that. We have to take care of better ourselves by eating healthy, getting exercise, getting good sleep, which I don't. I don't eat good. I tell you the truth, I don't eat good. I'm diabetic. Do I sleep good? No, I don't. Do I rest good? No, I don't, because I work I work 5 days on, 1 day off. And my 1 day off, I have to drive 4 hours home, right? I'm 16 hours at home, and the next day wake up and drive another 4 hours back to work. That's where I'm headed right now, back to work. I gotta drive 4 hours just to get to work, and then have a 14, 16-hour day. That's my life right now. I work 5 and 1, 5 and 1, 5 and 1, 5 and 1. The only time I take a rest is when there's no work, and usually I go home and I got work. Actually, I get more rest at work than I do at home. At home, I got a list of things to do. I got the ranch that you guys know about, the Poor Man's Cow Ranch. And then you got the Poor Man's House, which is my house that I just bought, that you guys are gonna see, that I'm gonna start fixing. And it needs some TLC. And then I got my parents' house too, which they got some stuff going on. Sometimes they're older, so I gotta help them, fix this, fix that. Pipe breaks here, a piece of wood's missing there. Shingles went off from here. Some cord or outlet doesn't work. I gotta fix that. Help them with that. And among my errands that I gotta run, pay light bill, taxes, car inspections. Go to the city, make a utility. I had a utility appointment. The city had to come by and put some stuff on my meters and stuff like that just pops up. I had planned to do a video of this 1 day off, and sure enough, the utilities company calls me up and says that I gotta be there at 2 o'clock in my home, because they're gonna come by and they're gonna put some stuff on my faucets, so it helps. So the water doesn't go back. The dirty water doesn't go back into the system, or something like that. And I'll show you guys a picture or a video of that, so you guys understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, I got a 4-hour drive, and I'm on my way back. Excuse my video there. Here it's just the way I set up my phone. I forgot my camera, my GoPro camera at home. I left it charging. I forgot it to put it in the car. I drive a little Chevrolet Aveo. It's good on gas. It gets me to work, gets me back to work. I'm not driving my pickup truck because it's like 200 miles, 250 miles to work. So yeah, just to save up on gas. I usually takes me about $13 to get to work, and so about 26-30 bucks round trip. And right now I'm driving through this part of Texas, in South Texas. It's called the King Ranch. Let's see, I can put the phone on here. And there's nothing but brush country here. Mesquite thicket, prickly pears, and cactus, and that's all it is out here. Just to the right of me, right here, to the right, right there, that's King Ranch. It goes on maybe 50 miles long, and I don't know, about 10 to 20 miles wide. I mean, maybe a little bit more, 10 to 25 miles wide by 50 miles long. So that's the famous King Ranch is to the right here. And that's so I got it propped up here on my car. So getting back to this virus thing, there's basically nothing you can do about it. People are gonna die, people are gonna live, and the ones that live on are gonna go on and continue the human race. Hopefully, there'll be the better lot of us, a lot of people out here trying to change this world, and I think it's for the worst than the best. They take full advantage of things that this government, our U.S. government, gives them, and they don't give nothing in return. So maybe it'll take them, And that's a topic for another video later time about my philosophy of being conservative. That's what I am, conservative. I think myself as a conservative, but I'm gonna try to get myself situated and prepped up for the next big event, the next coronavirus, COVID-19. And I think it's just around the corner. I mean, with us taking all these, what do you call them, the medication you take, this, I don't even know of it because I don't like taking it. I forget about it because it fights off infection. I mean, I don't know. It's all these steroids that people are being given, these medications that just help your immune system, but actually I think they're detrimental, wrong to you in the long run, because they don't help you build up your own immune systems, and that's what we need. We don't need all this medications. We don't. Either you're gonna get over it, or you're gonna, get worse and die, or you're gonna, prolong that into the next, Corona-19, and that's gonna kill you, I don't try to take my diabetic medication that often either. I try to wean myself off of it. I check my sugars. I check the level of food that I intake. I eat less. Eat less means less calories, less sugars, less cholesterol, and that's how I take care of myself. I try to avoid certain foods when I can, because as a truck driver, I can't do that. It's like sometimes you gotta go in there and you gotta eat what they have, not what you want to eat. Or you need to eat. They're not gonna have a salad for you there with all the greens and stuff. I'm not a vegan, and I don't want to be a vegan. I'm an omnivore. I'd like to eat everything. I like vegetables. I like fruits. I like nuts, berries. I like meat. I love meat. So yeah, I'm on my way back. Hopefully, this coronavirus, it's not going to be as bad as people think it is, or making it out to be. Well, I think the left is trying to make it bigger than it is, or maybe it was planted, some conspiracy theory out there, that they did it just to mess up the elections, make Trump look bad, and I tell you what, a lot of people might not like Trump, but I love Trump. And if you don't like it, you can go to some other channel or whatever. But YouTube is, my opinion, my own opinion. It's not your opinion. If you don't like it, you can go see other channel. I'm not gonna be like other channels trying to say, or tiptoe or walk on eggshells just to make you happy. I'm not that kind of person. Whether I want to go with some other channel and tell them, how to run their channel too. I love Trump because he has kept me with work. I make pretty good money working in the oil field. I like those big checks. I work a lot, but I'm not gonna say I'm rich or well off, but I don't need money. I save my money. I try to save money. So when the next big turn, and when they start canceling all these oil rig permits, and I'm out of my job, I can go and move on to the other industry. Go back over the road or drive local. Because that's what I do. I drive a big truck. I'm a truck driver, but you never know what the next big coronavirus is gonna do. And that's the philosophy behind my channel. It's gonna be prepping. Of course, my goats, my chickens, my dogs, and rebuilding my or fixing up my home, and my ranch, finishing off my ranch, but and how to save money too. I'm poor. I consider myself being a poor man because I work every day. If I was rich, I wouldn't work every day. I'd probably just sit back and administer my money and try to make money that way, administering the money, the capital that I have. And that's what my plan is, to get to a point where I can manage my capital and make my money work for me. When you get to that point, you can consider yourself being rich. Because I've always believed also that you can be at the top. You can be rich one day, you can be poor the next. You know, it's like everything, like boxing too. You can be the heavyweight champion one day, and the next you can be, you know, you can lose your belt. You're only as good as that day, that instance, that hour, you know, that second. And but if you teach yourself, if you learn things, you know, if you put away and save, and if you learn techniques and ideas and trades and stuff, you'll never be poor because you'll have that information, that knowledge to fall back up on, you know. And that's my philosophy, is that I need to learn to do what I need to do to survive, you know. I could be in church one day, clean my khaki, you know, my dress shirt and everything, my loafers, and in the next 5 minutes I could be out in in a dumpster, taking out some good 2x4s, some nice scrap metal that they threw in there. You know, one time I found a full sheet of stainless steel. You know, it was like maybe like, I don't know, a millimeter size. I think it was like, you know, the 10 gauge or 12 gauge. A whole stainless steel sheet was just thrown in the dumpster. You know, and I just went in there and got it out right after church. That's gonna be another video that I'm gonna put out there. You know, dumpster diving. You know, or you know, and I did ask permission though. Yeah, I always ask permission to go in some people's property or some people's dumpster. You know, and I ask them, hey, what are you gonna do with those 2x6s? You know, or the 4x4s that were 6x6s. I found 6x6s. You know, nice treated lumber thrown in the dumpster. Yeah, they're not complete 8-footers, 12-footers, you know, 10-footers, but some of them were like 6-7 feet. You know, nice pieces of lumber that I've used. You know, that people just throw away. That they don't know what they're throwing away. You know, and I have a whole collection of the stuff that I've. On my way to work, I always pull over and then find me Lowe's, Home Depot buckets. They're all over, you know, or people throw away rims, or, you know, tools. I just bought me a bag at Hopper Freight Tool, where I have a whole collection. On my way to work, I always find tools on the side of the road. I find hammers, I find sockets, I find wrenches. I have found so far this month, I kid you not, it's mechanical pliers, right? Crescent wrench, a wire cutters, a couple of sockets, a drive wrench, and a bucket from Lowe's. I think about a month ago, I found a bucket from Home Depot. That's $3-4, $5 that I've saved by just pulling over and picking up people's not trash, but I mean they're not careful, and they leave their tailgate open, or they leave their tools in the back and they bounce all over. One bump and something flies off, you know. So yeah, I mean that's another thing that I'm gonna be making a video on. I'm just on tools that I've found. You know? So that's my whole philosophy of this, of my ranch, my channel, and this coronavirus. So if you out there and you're thinking the worst of this coronavirus, don't. I mean, I suggest that the best thing you can do is try to avoid seeing your seniors, you know, your parents, you know, keep interaction with them to a minimum. Maybe taking the water or food to them so they won't have to come out, you know. If you have parents in a nursing home or somewhere, you know, maybe try to avoid going there for a while so this thing blows over. You know, you can do phone phone calls, or you can do the video chat on the phones also. If they're into that, or maybe have the nurse, drive the nurse. And at least once a day, can you do video chat with my dad, my mom, my grandfather, my grandmother, so I can keep track of them, or at least say hi, or ask them how you doing, or ask them if they need anything, like you know. Other thing is stocking up on things, I usually buy things when they're on special. If I go to Sam's and there's a special, I hear a special on toilet paper, I go and buy $200-300 worth. And I buy things that will not, expire, or their shelf life is not too early. Their shelf life is not too short, like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. I usually look at the shelf life being 6 months, 6 months or longer, to a year, 2 years. I buy detergent like that. I buy toilet paper like that. I buy trash bags like that. I buy liquid soap like that. I buy laundry detergent like that. Maybe the cereals I'll buy maybe a 3 month to 6 months time range. Pastas I buy it like that. Some canned foods. I buy it like that. But beans, rice. I have bags of beans and rice. On beans and rice, you can probably live for a whole year. Which that's another video that I'm gonna bring out, is like how to stock up and prep for longer than a year. Bean and rice, you can live off that for a whole long time if you know how to extend it. And add to it. Beans you can add. Out here in Texas, we use we cut the cactus, the nice tender cactus, and we clean those off, take the thorns off, and dice them, and cook them with the beans. You can add bush meat to that. A rabbit. You can wrap hares. That's another video that I'm gonna put out there. Is like how to harvest a hunt for rabbits, quail, and hare out here. I mean, that's how I normally eat. I don't eat nothing other than that. And by the way, that's the reason people get sick. Also, it's all this bush meat. You gotta be really, really careful when you hunt. You kill an animal, right? And you process it. That's how people end up getting sick. You don't know if that animal is a carrier of the disease or a virus, right? You kill it, you go and process it, and you get dirty. Your hands are dirty. You wipe your nose. You're sweaty or whatever, and you get infected. And there you have it. You're a carrier of some disease, some virus that animal had, and you pass it to your family, and you put it out to the community, the world. And that's exactly what happened with this coronavirus. They say they came from like some rare animal that people in China were eating, or some bats that they like to eat. I don't know, Chinese are kind of weird. They I'm sorry, but they eat weird stuff. They think that makes them better for some reason. They got these homeopathic reliefs that, or I think that's what the word is. I mean, they eat this stuff and it's gonna make them, lower their blood pressure or their sugars, or get their heart working better, or circulation working better. But anyway, yes, you got to be careful when you harvest animals. You got to be really clean in doing it, and you have to take the precautions, right? Uh, Killing it, cleaning it, storing it, and when you cook it, especially when you cook it, you gotta make sure that it's cooked, properly into the temperature where it kills the virus or the diseases they might have. Other than that, you can eat almost anything, but you have to, prepare it properly. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think. This is Saturday afternoon. I'm on my way to work. It's about 1 o'clock. I should get to work about 4. I actually clock in about 4:30. I work about 6, 7 in the morning, and I'll have 5 days of this, and then on my 5th day, I drive all the way back home, another 4 hours home, and then I don't go to sleep that day. I don't sleep that day. I sleep at night, and that day is spent doing projects or trying to do the most that I can. Usually when I'm over here, I'm thinking of like, okay, I get home, I feed the goats, make sure they're okay, and feed the dogs, take care of them, make sure they're okay, and prep everything for the whole 5 days that I'm gonna be gone, so they have enough food and then water and stuff. My parents just all they do is feed them and make sure they have clean water. That's all they do. And the goats, I go in there, clean their corral. The dog's in there with the goats, and I got everything nice and clean. It takes me like 5 minutes to clean the corral and put out more hay. And sometimes on the way over there, I cut greens for the goats, and I usually take a can of dog food for the dogs, because I feed them their meds, their or whatever. Make sure they get some treats from me, so they get used to me coming home, and they understand that I give them treats and stuff like that, and they know who I am, because those dogs are strictly with the goats. That they're not house dogs or anything. They're just strictly with the goats, and they're gonna be with the goats. That's why I have it for. And the only interaction they're gonna have is when they go to the vet. When I take them to the vet, get their shots or get them looked at. Other than that, my dad, he will look at them every day, make sure they're okay. My mom, they take turns going out there, just looking. They're right there, right next on their property. They got 2 acres. That's where they roam. The goats roam on 2 acres, and they go out there and they check on them. If there's something wrong, I have a friend that will run over there and do what he has to do. If a goat is sick or a dog is sick or something's going on with them. I just had a little baby goat. It's a kid, and she was born on February the 24th, I think, 24th, 25th, and her name is Dottie. And the other 2 goats I got, I had 3 goats. I have 3 goats and a buck, and one of them had a baby, and the other 2 are about to have babies this week. I think this week or next. One this week and one the following week will have a baby. So I have more kids on the way. So, well, that's it for now. I'm about to get here to the checkpoint, and I'm gonna turn off my phone because I don't want to film nothing here at the checkpoint. I think I'm talking more than 30 minutes, and it's just a video on the coronavirus and my philosophy, and what to expect from me in this year for videos as time permits, because I do work. So God bless, take care, and don't get too excited over this coronavirus. I mean, it's not that bad. People are making it out more than it is. Like I say, just take care and take care of yourself and prep yourself. Do it the poor man's way and do it ahead of time. Save yourself money and save yourself a whole bunch of headaches. Take care, guys. God bless.